CA final audit exam have taken place today, and I'm here to review the exam paper. So let me tell you my opinion on the CA final auditing paper. The paper was not tough actually. So many people are saying that the paper was tough. I will say that the paper was very much within the limits what the ICA expects from a CA final student, right? Now, as a CA final student in the new syllabus, definitely you know that so many changes have been incorporated. Say, for example, changes like now new SA 800 series has come, and they have almost tested all the new standards in your CA final examination. Be it, I think 810, they have and tested you on summarized financial statement. Be it 24 compilation engagement mein, they have also tested you. And B, it was I think interim financial statements mein SREs 4410 also they have tested you. So you cannot say that ki ICA has asked you a very tough examination. Those who might have done, those who have completely done the CA final paper from ICAI module, let me tell you one thing, those, again repeating, those who have done the CA final auditing paper from ICA module, I think that they will be they will be finding this paper very easy for themselves. And let me review the paper for you in a quick manner so that you will understand what you needed to answer in that. Looking at the question number one, if I can see that the question number one was completely based on SQC1. As you all know that in the SQC1, we have one particular requirement relating to acceptance and continuance of client relationship, where the three things we have to always understand. We have to understand whether we can follow the ethical requirements or not. We have to test the integrity of the management or not. Right now, let me tell you, I'm talking about the question number one, part A. Integrity of the management also we have to test, and we also have to check that whether your team is capable and competent enough to take up this assignment or not. So this complete question was on that. As you can see that they were saying that one of the senior member has left, and they are saying that appointment with PQR associate seeking acknowledgement and acceptance letter. CAR is the engagement partner, is planning to issue the acceptance letter. During the current financial year, there was a search by Income Tax Department. Certain accounting records were seized for verification based on information available on social media. CAR noted that promoters bother in contemplating to contest in under one banner of political party. One of the senior engagement team manager who has not been doing the audit engagement till last year has left the PQR associate and is planning to provide some accounting services to one of the member. PQR associate are yet to recruit another senior management having adequate experience in the audit of client engaged in automotive sector. So this is completely a question on checking your own competencies and capabilities before accepting the audit assignment. So this was clear-cut question on SQC1. I don't think so that the question was very much difficult. Question was quite easy. Moving ahead to the second question, again I'm telling you, if you have gone through the ICA material, you might have seen that the whole paper has directly come from the ICA material. Having a conceptual clarity is the only solution in the CA final examination. Nothing more you can do in CA final examination if you want to clear it with the good marks. If you have gone through the illustrations of ICA, if you have gone through the new concepts, then definitely. The first question ka A part was an SQC1. Now, moving ahead to the second question, Fancy Limited is a foreign company providing a software and all. They are having the branches here and there, and you are the statutory auditor for financial year and correctly disclose about the notes in financial statement regarding management intention to close the operations. Further, you have obtained sufficient and appropriate audit evidence concerning the audit on the verge of finalization of audit report. So many times in my CA final regular batches, I kept on contemplating, I kept on insisting the student that boss 700 series, in the 700 series, especially 705 and 700 may, instead of asking you the meaning of qualified opinion, modified opinion, unmodified opinion, I say will definitely ask you to draft the opinion paragraphs. in my recent recorded and in the previously recorded sessions also, I have made the student understand ki boss, things have changed. Now ICA wants you to behave like a chartered accountant. They actually want you to represent the paragraphs. Are you getting the point? Opinion paragraph they have asked. They have asked you to draft a suitable opinion paragraph basis in the given which opinion paragraph as the well as the basis paragraph, both the paragraphs have been asked, and I think as per 705 the answer number 2 should have been written. Are you getting the point? So you should have drafted the opinion paragraph as well as the बेसिस पैराग्राफ. ओपिनियन पैराग्राफ में क्या होता है? द फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ में वी इंट्रोड्यूस आवरसेल्व्स कि वी हैव डन द ऑडिट ऑफ दिस एंटिटी, द नेम ऑफ द एंटिटी, द ईयर ऑफ द ऑडिट वी हैव टू मेंशन, एंड द सेकंड पैराग्राफ में वी एक्चुअली गिव द ओपिनियन. डेफिनेटली इट वाज अ क्लियर कट एविडेंस यू हैड दैट कि there is a sufficient evidence concerning audit on the verge of finalization of audit report. So it was a clear cut case of a modified opinion, and you should have given the basis also. Basis mein you always have to mention कि it was done as per the standards on auditing, and it was like I followed the ethical requirements, and we have obtained the sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Again repeating, whenever you are doing the 700 series, make sure that you should know, you should practice how to draft the opinion and basis paragraphs. That was the question number 2. And let me tell you one thing, overall paper was very easy. It was not that I will say below average, it was average. Those who have done from ICA material, again I'm telling you, they must have got the very really good marks, and each and everything has been discussed in the class. I'm especially making this video for the students who have gone through the ICA material. They will be understanding what perspective I'm talking about. Mr. BK has been engaged by the XYZ Limited to report on summary financial statement. Directly 810 का question आ गया है. Audit of summary financial statements. Summary financial statements are should look the fair summary of the annual financial statements, and in the annual financial statements you always have to check that कि summary financial statement must be made as per the applicable criteria. आपको कैसे check करना है applicable criteria? Either the applicable criteria should be as per the acceptable standards, or it should be as per the industry guidelines. Or if it is being made by the entity, you have to check the integrity of that applicable criteria. You have to also check that if the applicable criteria is specially made as per the special purpose financial framework financial statements, you have to make sure that you should know who are the intended users and what is the nature of the entity and why they have chosen that applicable criteria. So this is clearly cut. Question number 1 ka C part is based on what? SA 810. So you can see that कि 810 new specialized series has been asked from you, right? Moving ahead to the Happy Hospital, question number 2A. Happy Hospital is a very renowned hospital for orthopedic surgeries in Mumbai, having a sophisticated infrastructure. And in this question, they asked you, C should be obtained by CZ in terms of relevant standard. What aspects to be covered in using the assurance report on audit evidence that controls the seat? Now, this is a clear-cut question of 402, everyone. SA 402. Question number 2A is on SA 402. Audit considerations relating to the services of service organization, or you can also attach SAE 3402. So this is clear cut indicating that he wanted an assurance report from a practicing CA, that is called service auditor, on description of contractor system and effectiveness of control. For the effectiveness, we have to do the testing. I think type 2 report is the correct answer for this particular question. So this is a question of SA 402 as well as SAE 3402. Question number 2A, everyone. And question number 2 ka B. In terms of section number 114 of revised code, a professional accountant shall comply with the principle of confidentiality. This time, while doing the overview of the new code of ethics, you will find that 5 principles have been talked about. One of the principles is confidentiality. Under following circumstances, you can break your confidentiality if your ethics provides so, if you are under a peer review or quality review, if you are a part of the party in the investigation, if the statutory authorities are forcing you, make sure that the party receiving your confidential information must be authorized party. Make sure you should not make the misuse of the sensitive information obtained from the authorized party. Then all these points you should have written. That very simple question. So I would say that question number 2 ka B part was a direct question from your fundamental principle professional ethics, right? Now next point, the management of high limited. Question number 2 C part, the management of client must be communicated. Client definitely must be communicated. You must have obtained the prior permission of the client. But here the question is not on that. Here the question is saying that ki under what circumstances you can disclose the financial confidential information, and what are the things you need to keep it in mind. Things to be kept in mind that ki receiving party should be the appropriate party, and you should tell ki the other party should also maintain the confidentiality. They should also not make the misuse of that information. Yes, Silky Bhatia, your answer is right. We have to take the prior permission of the client, as well as unless it is a requirement of the law, we should not have broken the confidentiality, right? आप यहाँ पे प्रोफेशनल मिसकंडक्ट भी लिख सकते हो, दैट इज प्रोफेशनल मिसकंडक्ट अंडर द क्लॉज 1 पार्ट 1 ऑफ शेड्यूल 2 एज वेल, दैट ऑल्सो कैन बी द आंसर. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, सी एवरीवन. Management of High Limited is concerned with the reporting requirements cast through rule number 11 of the audit and auditors audit trails. This is a clear cut question from your internal audit chapter, everyone. What is the name of the chapter? Internal audit chapter hai. Internal audit chapter mein you will find that at the last mein audit trail questions have been given. Audit trail ka one small part has been given. In the audit trail small part, there are 6 points have been given. Make sure that key audit trail software feature should not have been disabled by the client. If it is disabled, there has to be a proper justification. This question is on that 4-mark question, clear cut question of audit trail. Obviously it was very much seen that ki whatever the new topics have been added, as you can see that internal audit chapter mein management audit topic has been removed, operational audit topic has been removed, and audit trail was added. So definitely this question was accepted. Kudos to ICA. I think ICA have done a very great job in asking you these questions. Highly appreciable question, because now at least students will get an idea ki what level of knowledge the ICA is expecting from you guys. Question number 3A, everyone. Core Limited submitted a credit proposal to XYZ Limited for sanction of term loan and approach PA to investigate. This is a clear-cut question from your investigation, due diligence and forensic accounting में से. Investigation में 6 non-statutory investigations you have. One of that is investigation on the behalf of the lending institution before lending the credit to the corporate entity. Obviously, their credit proposal is for XYZ Bank Limited, and they are about to lend the money to the Core Limited. So Core Limited is a corporate entity. So you should have written those points. Ki what are the necessary investigations you are going to do in that case? Clear cut question from your investigation. 5 marks, corporate due diligence. And now question number 3 ka B part, everyone. CAN is carrying out an audit of restated financial statement of BQR Limited submitted to upcoming IPO. CAN is planning to issue an audit report on 5th August. Now, this is a clear-cut question of SA 580, everyone. Management representation letters में we have one point in the management representation letters standard SA 580 stating that in following circumstances you must obtain the WRL when the previous year ka management is not same in the current year. The question is clearly revolving around that part only. It is a clear cut question. Question number 3B is a clear cut answer of SA 580, everyone. You should have written a very good answer. Hardly 3 points are there. Those points you should have mentioned here. CA Raj, a practicing chartered accountant, is offered to take up appointing as a secretary in his professional capacity by central government metro project for a term of 2 years on a not on a salary cum full-time basis. After giving deep thought, CA Raj accepted the appointment. Comment in terms of chartered accountant. So I think this is going to be the schedule number 1 ka part number 1 ka clause number 11. Getting engaged or employed in any other business or profession where you need to obtain a special approval of whom? I think regulation number 191 is the answer for this question. Next one is CA Giri. Question number 4A, everyone. CA Giri is a senior partner of Messrs. TVS Associates. Upon completion of the review, yes, it is a interim financial statements ka review hai. No, it is a EQCR. It is a question of SA 220 where EQCR has been appointed, and you know that EQCR is one of the important element in SA 220 that is called quality control in the audit of financial statement. So question number 4A is SA 220 का question है. बहुत simple question है. EQCR, especially in case of listed companies, has the 8 additional points to be verified that we have already covered in the class. There are 8 additional points to be verified. Along with that, whenever the differences come between EP and EQCR, then the EP must follow his fundamental principles only, his QCPPs only, quality control in policies and procedures. And if he thinks that things are not getting resolved again, he can proceed with the another EQCR. Are you getting the point? This is how we resolve the differences between CA Giri and engagement partner. Clear cut question, 5 mark का direct essay 220 में से, I think इससे easy paper नहीं हो सकता. It was a very beautiful examination drafted by the exam like ICA. I'm not saying that being a faculty, I can answer all these things. I know that. But as a student, if you have done a proper, thorough revision of your standards and thorough revision of your new topics which have been added, I think it was very easy examination to crack. I can expect that those students who have gone through the ICA material, minimum they will get the these many marks. यहाँ पे minimum आपको 60 to 55 to 60 marks minimum आने चाहिए. I don't think so that less than that would be a justified thing. Okay. Question number 5, I think. Question number 4 का B part. MNC Limited has engaged CA Lalit to help company in compilation. Compilation SRS 2410 के ऊपर question है. Right or not? Yes, compilation is from SRS 2410. Compilation engagement, maybe you have to check that if your team is not capable enough, if your team is not capable enough or competent enough to take up this assignment, you should not have accepted this compilation engagement. इसमें भी आपको make sure that SQC1 का acceptance and continuous of the client relationship point will come. It is not necessary that कि your audit team is good in compilation engagement. So if your audit team is not good in compilation engagement, I think you should have not accepted this. It's better to withdraw from the engagement or at least hire an expert who is good in that compilation. So SQC1 as well as SRS 2410 का क्वेश्चन है, ये बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल क्वेश्चन है. एंड आई थिंक this time ICA has literally justified the CA final examination according to my opinion. Hi Vishnu, I am Vishnu and from Mastermind students concept understanding and retention is very good. Thank you so much Vishnu for the lovely gesture. Let's see the question number 4 ka C part everyone. SU Limited is amongst top 1000 listed entities. As you know that ESG audit has been recently added as a new topic in your examination. ESG is applicable on top 1000 listed entities according to their market capitalization. They are simply asking you one of the principles to be disclosure or every principle में. If you go through the ICA material, every principle के नीचे essence of principle is given. What do you mean by essence of principle? कि what this principle is trying to deliver. Are you getting the point? So this was on ESG requires SU Limited to make disclosure on their performance against various principles of national guideline on reporting conduct. One of the principle emphasizes that business decision in organization should be open to the disclosure. It is a principle number 1 everyone, where you have to make the adequate disclosures to every stakeholder. So I think this is a clear cut question of ESG audit 4. Question number 5 ka A. GAK Limited has compiled the interim financial statement directly you are getting SRE 4410 and interim financial statement ka reviewer and audited financial statement the auditor both should be same person. In this question he found out that there are some non-compliances, there are some problems in the entity, and you know that while being the reviewer and you are also the auditor, and being a reviewer, you have every right to conduct your auditing procedures also, other than inquiry and analytical procedures, if you'll find that things are going beyond your control. So I think this is a clear-cut question. Here the auditor is also the reviewer. So CA Reena, being an auditor and reviewer, she could have easily done her audit procedures also along with doing the review procedure. So it is a question of SRE 4410, how to do the audit of interim, how to do the review of interim financial statements. Yes. Yeah, thank you so much, Jangam Gopi. I know that we all are very good in conceptual clarity. That is what the motive of making this video, that ki ICI should be ICI related material. I think you can't justify any other material better than ICI. I personally myself has written more than 600 pages in my regular classes while delivering it to the student, that ki always make sure that ICI ka material follow karo, always follow the ICI material. But those who might have listened to me instead of hearing me, they definitely will be getting through this exam very easily. I think nothing is comparable as compared to the ICI material. Nothing is more important than ICI material. Sir, I'm from video on demand batch, sir. My exam in May 26, sir. Please suggest some tips for memorizing the theory. See, I will say, Vishnu, I will say that ki memorizing the technique is not an idea. I think having a good conceptual clarity and revising it again and again. Be in touch with this subject. Daily spend 10 to 15 minutes on this subject. I'm not expecting you to spend 1 hour or 2 hour daily. Be in touch with this subject, either one topic or another topic. You must have to do. Are you getting my point? That is the only technique I can tell you how you can remember the various theory questions. Is it fine, Jagan? Vishnu and Taruni. Now, next question, question number 5B, everyone. Okay, R Limited. Yeah, this question is directly from the group audits, everyone. As per India's, you know that 110 and other related India's you have to be followed. And you know that as per India's, some companies are not required to be consolidated for the purpose of consolidation, like for where you have created a subsidiary only for investment purpose. And obviously in India's the gap is allowed is between 6 months only. So these are the various differences you should have known if the company is preparing its group financial statement as per AS framework or as per India's framework. This is a clear cut question of 5 marks from the group audit. I always keep on saying that even though the chapter is very small, but you definitely will get a very good question on this particular topic. TP Limited is a listed company engaged in the business of manufacturing of kids garment under the brand name of MMRS Associates. Are appointed statutory auditor. Observed number of notices received from. Now they came to know that ki few child laborers are engaged in the some of the activity. Now it is a case of public health and safety, everyone. I don't think so that it is a question of 250. Definitely it is a question of no clear, but he has reported under 250. रिपोर्टेड अंडर 250 लेबर लॉस का यहाँ पे नॉन कंप्लायंस हुआ है. तो आई थिंक इट इज अ नॉट अ केस ऑफ 250. इट इज अ क्लियर कट केस ऑफ नोक्लार, क्योंकि नोक्लार में वी ऑलरेडी नो दैट कि देयर आर लिस्ट ऑफ थिंग्स आर बीइंग गिवन under the NOCLAR, under which you have to report. I think it is a clear-cut case of public health and safety. So you definitely should have reported it under the NOCLAR instead of being reporting under 250. No problem, issue. It's my pleasure to give you some tips. I hope I'm making this useful video for all of you to understand ki what is actually required. Once the question discussion will be over, I'll be discussing another for 5 minutes what you have to do it for the November examination. Because now we got to know that ki what ICA is expecting from you. I will definitely share some tips for you. Question number 6A, everyone. You are the statutory auditor. Question number 6A is directly from the CARO, everyone. There two clauses have been asked. First of all, so you came in replacement of another one. So clause number 18, resignation of the statutory auditor clause has come. And the second one is the undisclosed income. So clause number 8. Dono clauses you have to mention. You should have written the clauses first, their explanations, facts of the case, followed by your conclusion. Clear cut it is written that ki undisclosed income so far has not been recorded in books of account. So you should have given a modified remarks in the CARO 2020. So clause number 18 and clause number 8 it is. 8 and 18, everyone. I think both the clauses should come. MNC Limited is engaged in manufacturing FMCG product. Your firm is about to current. The audit team includes IT experts. This is a clear-cut question from digital audit, everyone. The team includes certain IT experts and discussion. Definitely upskilling of the IT experts is required among the team members. As an IT manager of the engagement team, explain the key areas for an auditor to understand. Definitely, it's a IT environment understanding, everyone. It's a case of fraud, but I think Jagan Gopi, I think you should have mentioned, because clearly it is a case of income tax rate. Section number 148, it is income tax assessment. And I think, to be precise, if I would be at your place, I will definitely go for clause number 8 and 18, Jangam, Gopi sir. I don't think so that you should have reported it under what do you say, of 143 subsection 12. I don't think so that it is a question of that. 8 and 18 should be the appropriate answer. Maybe you could be right, but 8 and 18 according to my opinion is the appropriate answer, right? Okay, so now digital audit के question में direct question from ICA material, how to understand the IT environment of an entity. You have to understand the flow of transaction. You have to understand the policies and procedures. You have to understand how much automation is there in the client's entity. So there are total 6 to 7 points given in that question. Direct question from the ICA material. मैं तुम्हें अभी अगर आप आईसीए मटेरियल मेरे सामने खोल के बैठ जाओ, मैं आपको पेज नंबर के अकॉर्डिंग बता दूंगा कि वेयर दिस क्वेश्चन हैज कम. नथिंग इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन आईसीए मटेरियल. स्टॉप फॉलोइंग द चार्ट बुक्स, स्टॉप फॉलोइंग द एनी अदर मटेरियल. only one material is going to take you further. ICAI material आप लिखवा के रख लो, be it the November examination or May 25, May November 25, everywhere whenever you will be sitting ICAI material. And ICAI have really done a very good job in preparing your material, and I'm expecting some more enhancements from the ICAI side. I think the best material available in the market right now is what ICAI material. आप उसे चाट जाओ, खा जाओ, आप मेरे क्लासेस में देखो, you will always understand in the demos and all that. I always stress you that कि ICAI material is the best material, nothing more than that. And the C question is from fields for appeal, plead, and income tax tribunal with the higher of the willing. Yes, this is a question, clear cut question of clause number 10, part 1 of schedule 1, where you are charging the your remuneration, charging your fees on percentage basis, except under regulation number 192. There are no other regulations under which you can charge it. So this is a clear cut case of professional misconduct by Mr. CA Kumar, and under clause number 10, part 1 of schedule 1. So 10.11 is the answer, right, everyone? Hi Balam, how are you? Okay, so this is a clear-cut question of that, and Yo-Yo Finance NBFC. So this was all the question paper discussed, everyone. I think that if you have gone through the total video what I have posted so far, you must have realized the fact that ki boss, I say is the only solution. I will suggest you that ki do go for the marathon classes. Again, those who have not written the examination well, don't worry, don't lose your heart. It's always fine to better yourself. Go for the ICA material this time and you will find the difference. And second thing I would like to say that ki make sure that you go for the revision batches, right or not? Revision batch, maybe make sure that don't go for this best 50, best 100, best 200, because this was a very first examination under the new scheme. So you can't expect that ki everything will come from those best thing. Are you getting the point? New series have been added, special concentration on 800 series, special concentration on SREs, SRS and SAEs. I will suggest you that ki make sure that you should just be only dependent on ICA. So that was it from my side for reviewing the examination paper. I think personally feel that if you have studied properly ICA material and attended the classes properly, then in that case, this is a clear-cut question paper of 55 to 60 marks, everyone. So thank you so much. All the very best for your next examination. God bless you all. And let me know if you are looking for any help in any manner. I will be happy to serve you. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.